Setting up approval workflow routing. iSpec DMS has a built-in workflow approval system that can be set up for certain documents to be approved by managers, directors, etc. Before the approval system can be used, the different system settings need to be configured, which we will go through in this video. First, we need to set up the approval functions. Click the Add a New Approval Function button, enter a name, description, and whether the function should have a financial value entered during the approvals. If the approval has a financial value, depending on what the value is, will determine which users can approve the document. This will be covered later in the video. Repeat the process to add another approval function which will not require financial approval. Next, we need to set up the approval routing. Click the Add a New Approval Routing button, enter a name, description, and then click the Add a New Approval step. The approval steps are what we covered in Step 1. Select the approval function, select if it needs to be approved in order, or randomly. Finally, select whether the approval is complete after the first user in the list approves, or if all users in the approval list need to approve the document. Click the Save button to link the functions, and save the approval routing. Repeat the process to add additional approval routings. Multiple functions can be linked to each approval routing process. This means that during the approval process, both linked functions will need to be completed before the document is fully approved. After adding the functions, the order can be moved up or down with the first approval in the list being completed first. The approval functions can also be edited and deleted. While an approval is in use, none of the linked approval functions' properties can be changed. Next, we need to link the approval routings to a document type. Select a document type. Click the Add a New Approval Routing link, select the approval routing, and click Insert. Repeat the process for all the document types that need approvals linked. Multiple approval routings can be linked to a single document type. Once an approval routing is linked, it is removed from the available list. Now the approvals are linked. When a document is created using that document type, those approval routings will be available for selection. If the document type does not have any approvals linked, the approval workflow process will not be applied to any document that uses that document type. Finally, we need to configure which internal users can be selected in the approver list. By default, no users can be selected to be approvers. Go to the Internal User Manager page, then edit the profile of the first user you want to be included as an approver, select the Approval Functions tab, then click the Add New Approval Function button. The approval functions we added in Step 1 will be listed. Select a function from the list. If we selected the financial approval option, then a maximum value needs to be entered. What this means, for example, when a financial approval workflow process is set up in the document, if the user has a maximum value of 10,000 configured in their user profile, and the document creator sets a value of 5,000, they will be included in the list of approvers. However, if the document creator sets a financial value of 20,000, then the user will not be included in the list of approvers as it will be above the maximum value configured for the user. If a non-financial approval function is configured for the user, they will always be included in the approver list for all document types that require approvals. Each user profile can have multiple approval functions configured in their account. Repeat the process for each user in all business units that need to be included as an approver. After all the user accounts have been configured, we can now create our approval workflow process, which is covered in the next video.